Now, the best thing I could say off the bat this movie had going for it was that, as far as I know, the director's never done anything too bad.
Yeah, it was his directorial debut, so he's got a clean sheet, baby.
This isn't his debut.
That's what. Are you sure?
No, this guy directed the Iron Sky movies.
Maybe the writer.
Oh,
Maybe
the
the
writer.
writer.
Because
Yeah,
they're on
okay.
his-
I did look
Yeah.
at
Because there was controversy with this, because how much backlash there was for 3. They're like, is he involved? He's involved. I think Victor Salva gets a little bit of residual stuff from this,
Right.
but he wasn't directly involved with this.
So they
Yeah.
got the rights for this movie.
Yeah.
And MGM sued them
Oh.
because there was something in like the contracts where they were supposed to get like the rights weren't able to get like sold or whatever
Okay.
to this company. I can't remember who sued who, but they got sued for making this movie.
Oh,
That's
shit.
all I know. So
Wow.
yeah, go down that rabbit hole. It's pretty wild.
So I've never actually seen the Iron Sky movies, but I've seen the trailers, and they are goofy comedies about Nazis on the moon, or as the very not American actress in this movie says,
Nazis are camped out on the moon. Elvis lives.
Wow.
I don't think any of them are American.
No, I don't
No,
think so.
none of them
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
but those movies have like digital sets and everything, and that works for a comedy.
Yeah.
That works for a comedy. Not so much a very obvious digital set comedy. I'll buy into it. It's fun.
Could I please read what the writer's bio is?
Yes.
Just the first sentence
yeah,
at least.
yeah, go ahead.
So, Jeepers Creepers Reborn got him thirsty to create more high-risk reboots of notorious IP.
Was this high risk? What was high risk?
I just think, like, how much money do you have? Like, what a pretentious thing.
What was high risk about this?
I just think because of the background of it.
Maybe this is the least risky
mean,
of the 4, to
Well,
be honest.
you know, it tanked everybody in this movie's career. So like,
Probably.
yeah.
Am I the one who told you about it? You like didn't know about it, right? Until we hung out?
Yeah, yeah. You were
Yeah.
the one that told me about it, and I went home like whenever the next and watched it.
So
Yeah.
And you talked about it on the panel.
yes.
Oh
Too
yeah,
Many
that's
Games.
right.
Joey-
That
That was like the
I
day you
regret
saw
telling
it.
you about this
I didn't even
movie.
know it was
Yes.
even getting made because
Yeah.
the last thing I heard was Cathedral,
Yep.
and that never got made. And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, it's dead in the water." And then fast forward 2 years, you told me there was a fourth one.
Yeah.
And I went home immediately and watched it. And you have a bad track record of telling me movies because we watched probably one of the second worst movie I've ever seen in my life, Return of the Moonwalker.
Return of the Moonwalker.
Just a zombified Michael Jackson movie.
And where can we find more about that movie? On patreon.com/hackthemovies. We did a Tubi Tuesday on it. Yeah, I love so after Return of the Moonwalker, you're probably like, oof, what a bad movie.
Yeah.
Time to watch Jeepers Creepers 4.
Yeah.
This is another one I was not excited for. You knew about it.
Uh-huh. Of course I knew about
I don't
it.
think you were excited for it.
No, I watched it in March.
Yeah, what was your takeaway with it?
I will save that for the ending.
Okay. Okay.
For the answer to the what is the worst Jeepers Creepers
Okay,
movie.
well, I
I'm going to
guess-
say that.
I guess we might have a hint of what it is. Yeah, I woke up this morning. Woke up early.
Yeah. You texted me and said, "Hey, I'm just waking up. I'm gonna watch Jeepers Creepers 4," and I said, "What a wonderful way to wake up."
And I was very excited because both of you guys have been warning me about this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked nonstop
Yeah,
about it.
You Snapchatted me as you were rewatching it last
Yes.
night, just screaming at me.
I sent you the same thing.
Yeah, I got a nice video message from Joey. And then you texted me, "Are we still on for today?" And I'm like, "Oh, are you reconsidering?"
No.
doing that
I just wanted to
episode?"
make sure. Before I put Jeepers Creepers 4 on.
Yeah.
So I
Good
put it
call.
on this morning. Well, yeah. Okay. Off to a bad start. I go to rent it because I purchase all my films legally. And Amazon Prime is like, there's an error with this. Like, and I texted you both. I'm like, we're off to a great start. We're off to a great start.
They
with
were
it.
trying to warn
The
you.
universe was like, don't do it. Actually, last night on Instagram, I took a nice selfie of me. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to know what I look like, what life was like before Jeepers Creepers 3 and 4.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Great photo.
And I watched it this morning. And I have some things to say.
Yeah. I have not been the same since. I've
So-
lost a lot of innocence and youth.
So, the thing I just said about 3, where it's like, if you can't afford to do certain stuff, maybe rewrite it to fit
Yeah.
your budget. This movie didn't learn any of those lessons. This movie didn't learn any of those lessons.
No, it went the opposite way, Tony.
You know what I feel really bad about? Whenever I see Dee Wallace in a modern movie.
I forgot she was in this.
Because, like, Dee Wallace, like, E.T., Cujo.
Yep.
So many other good movies. You usually associate her with, like, great movies. And then
Yeah.
these days, you're like, direct-to-video schlock. And I'm like, Dee Wallace, I love you. Stop doing these movies.
But yeah, when I saw her in the movie, I was like, oh, they dragged her into this.
Yes. So, yeah, the beginning of the movie, by the way, this was shot during COVID.
Yep.
They can't use that excuse. I'm sorry.
They shot for a while during COVID.
Yeah.
Like 2020, then 2021, and then it was all over the place.
But here's the thing. The beginning of the movie is basically the beginning of the first movie, just with an old couple.
And you know what?
Yes.
It looks pretty good.
But
No, it looks like shit. But I was like, okay, this looks horribly green screened inside. And then the creeper's car shows up. Doesn't look like
It's a totally different car.
It's a
Yeah.
totally different one because they filmed this
Or truck,
overseas and they couldn't get the truck there.
that's why.
And apparently,
like,
I was
Finland
looking
or
up why
something.
did Jonathan Brecht not come back, and
Yeah,
apparently, whatever acting union that's there, he wasn't a member of, so there was something weird with that. It wasn't
Okay.
like I think he was asked to be in it. Like I don't think they just shoot him away.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like some kind of like legal issue.
I don't think they would shoo him away. I think
No.
he would.
Shoot them away.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
I don't know if we should spoil it yet.
no. I want to talk about So this opening.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is really cheesy. By the way, I knew it was COVID because I'm pretty sure you could see the truck driver in the car, and it's just a guy wearing a mask.
Get
No
out of here.
way.
I'll pause it and freeze frame it, but it's clearly just a guy, not the creeper.
Yeah,
Well,
I knew
yeah.
that.
Yeah. So I'm like, wow, this is super cheesy. Like, this is a really bad. I knew it was a reboot. I'm like, this is a really bad remake of one. Why does this look so bad? And then you find out it's playing on a phone. It's an Unsolved Mysteries episode.
Yeah.
Well, a knockoff. And I'm like, oh, that's why it looked cheesy and so fake. The rest of the movie, and before I could finish that sentence, it was a different, even worse green screen
Yes.
card. I'm like,
Different color correction.
So much
different-
worse.
Like, it's
and I'm
so
like,
bad.
oh, is this also going to be a movie within a movie? Is this like Scream 4 where there's like 3 fake outs?
Yes. Oh, that would have been good.
I'm like, oh no. Oh no, this is the movie.
I was watching the intro, and maybe it's just because I'm a moron. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is the first movie. And I felt like, the first time I watched it, I felt like it went on forever. And I was like, dude, if this is like a fake thing in a movie, it's like 15 minutes long. When does the movie start?
I know.
I was so confused.
And then these actors, I'm sorry. I sent you the trivia. I sent him the thing.
What?
That apparently they worked with an accent coach. I'm sorry, accent coach? Maybe it wasn't on you. But
He had
you
a
didn't do-
lisp.
Huh?
He had a lisp.
He did. Have
No,
a
not.
lisp.
It's not even the lisp. They are clearly like English actors,
Yeah.
and they cannot do a American
They
accent.
are bad. Him especially.
He is
Bad.
dipping in and out of
Yeah.
his accent. I think the second movie was like Canadian.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, and I think I read the story like he would charge them $1 if they used their Canadian accent.
Wow.
If the director did that for this movie, he'd be a billionaire.
Yeah.
This really happened. Somewhere in this area, actually.
Come on, there's a reason those things were unsold.
Because it's more the guy. Like, the girl is pretty bad. Like, she's trying to sound American, but she hits her A's a little weird. Like, again, Nazi. And I'm like, that's not how Americans
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
But no, his accent, it just bleeds in for
Bad.
a while.
And she looks like they've been filming that for a very long
Yeah,
time. Like
she
her
just
she's
looks-
like
yeah.
she had like licked a, I don't know.
Yeah, she looks like
pop.
Katie McGrath.
Who's that?
She's Lena Luthor in Supergirl, but she's in Jurassic World. She's like the girl who gets eaten by the pterodactyl
Oh, yeah.
and then eaten by
Love
the
that scene.
Yeah.
So scary.
This girl looks like that girl, just a younger version of that girl.
Okay.
For a minute, I'm like, is that Kate? I'm like, no, that would not be Kate. Like, she could do better than this. I know Supergirl had bad effects, but nowhere near this level. Yeah, so they are going to Horror Hound, which confused me because there is a real Horror Hound convention,
Yeah.
Horror Hound Weekend.
And it's the same logo. that was on the shirt.
Was Horror Hound affiliated with this movie?
Why? If they were, why? Why would they let this
have to.
happen?
Yeah, they would
Because
have to.
this
if it's the
isn't
same
what
logo.
Horror Hound is. They made this. They were.
But before that,
Yeah.
she had to pull over to throw up, and she
'Cause-
gets a phone call from one of her friends.
Her sassy gay friend.
Yes.
Token gay guy.
Yes.
Yep.
He reminded me. Remember the old YouTube series, Sassy Gay Friend?
Yeah, of course.
No.
You remember? Oh,
Classic
okay. So you
stuff.
gotta watch. So they took like famous literature stories.
Yeah.
And it's like this problem would have solved if they had a sassy gay friend. And it's like Romeo
Oh,
and
I'll look that
Juliet.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And it's her about to drink the poison, and a gay guy comes out. And he's like,
What are you doing? What are you doing?
it's just him lecturing all these people and fixing their life. This guy felt like he was doing sassy gay
Yep.
friend.
Yeah.
Yep,
So while
1000%.
she's talking to him on the phone,
Yeah.
the boyfriend's in the car, and he's like talking into his phone. He's like, I don't like to tap. And then he just starts talking into the phone for a voice message for his mom.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why?
It's so
telling her
bad.
he's gonna propose. Horrible ring, by the way.
I just hate
I
these
didn't-
like
sorry,
Gen
Casey.
Z
I was too
things.
distracted by the CGI white raven.
Oh yeah, that's
why
right.
white too with red eyes? And then the gay
That's
friend,
creepy.
he pulls up randomly. He doesn't even pull off on the side of the road. He pulls up into the
Literally
The
in
He
woods.
goes
the woods
really far into the woods.
with a nice car.
Oh, so we forgot to mention. I'm not even going to read the back of whatever.
Oh.
We forgot to mention. This is. Well, this is basically the Wes Craven's new nightmare of Jeepers Creepers movies.
Basically, yeah, that is.
Or the.
That's very nice of
no,
you
I'm
to
sorry.
say.
I'm sorry. I don't want to compare it. That movie's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
that
And I
movie
have
is
a
great.
commentary track with it with Jessica on Patreon. This is more like the Hellraiser Hell World of Jeepers Creepers movies.
Yes.
Where they make a point to say that the 3 movies were
Oh,
loosely
right.
based on real events, but they're movies in this universe. And this is the real creeper.
Yeah.
So, but then so some of the stuff happened. Like he's crawling out of a farm in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the farmer Ray Wise character just wasn't there that day, the day the creeper woke up. And he's like tiny.
He's
Very
very
tiny, yeah.
It reminded me of Wishmaster. In the beginning of
yep.
Wishmaster, Vern Troyer, Mini-Me, played like the baby Wishmaster that comes out of the thing. And I thought they were going to do more with that because I remember seeing a baby stroller on the cover. And I thought we were going to get So I thought there was a baby creeper.
A baby creeper.
Because when I saw the picture of what the creeper looked like, he had a big head. And I remember showing it to Joe Lascola, who really likes like the previous 2 movies. He's
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "I think it's Baby Creeper because he's tiny with the big head." But then I was like, then I watched the movie. I'm like, "Oh no, the creeper just looks like that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, the creeper just looks so bad.
It's awful.
He eats the sassy gay friend,
Yes,
Yep.
he does.
and I think I'd have to pause. But his mandibles are CGI. But I think they show the top of his head that shows that there's still mandibles attached to his head when they shouldn't be. So I guess
Oh,
they
no
built the
way.
mask and then did the. So he has double mandibles now. It looks so bad.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that.
I'd have to pause it. So yeah. So what's the story? They go to a psychic.
No.
Oh, they need
they
directions.
need directions, so they stop
Yeah.
at a store, and of course it's like a creepy like
Voodoo.
yeah, you're gonna put a curse on you, son. You know, and
Yeah.
she pulls out a map, right?
And he's playing around with this pole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, a harpoon.
That does come back later.
Yes.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, the big harpoon. They're in Louisiana, right?
Yep. Louisiana.
I've been to Louisiana. This doesn't look like Louisiana. I'm sorry. This doesn't look like Louisiana. I'm going to go back to Louisiana. Are there any good horror conventions to go to in Louisiana? Not the one in this movie, but
No.
like real ones.
This one, I can't
This
wait
is
to talk about it.
it's bad.
Yeah, and I like that the psychic lady is like, "Congratulations! Oh, neither of you know that you're pregnant." I'm like, "Lady,
Oh yeah. She said like, oh, he doesn't know. Oh, neither of you know. And it's
Yeah.
just like it's literally like if I hired somebody like back in high school to like act in one of my high school
Yes.
movies.
yeah, she's
It's-
but
it's
the acting
bad.
is
so
rough in
bad.
this. Like the main 2 might be okay with their real accent, but their American accents are not helping.
I was
them.
surprised to see some of them had other credits
Yeah,
because that's that.
I mean they're young. I mean it's hard
no,
to judge them.
like the psychic woman.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was
Oh yeah, I
surprised
have
she had
no idea.
credits.
Yeah.
They might be good in other things.
Yes, exactly, like what you said.
Look,
With
you
their
know,
real accent.
I was good in Mummy Cop. I wasn't that good in Thugs versus Dinosaurs. We all have our bad days, okay?
Yes. I'm just like, did they sign on to this movie because they knew it was a Jeepers Creepers movie, or just?
Did they not know what the budget was?
I don't know.
I don't
Actually,
know.
what was the budget? Because I tried to find it and I couldn't find it.
I couldn't find it
All I
either.
know is that it made $5 million at the box office, which
That is-
shocks me.
That is more than I
Yeah,
thought it
that
would.
way more. Mm-hmm. That's about $5 million more.
So yeah, they go to the horror convention. Oh wait, no, before they go to the horror convention, they go to the hotel.
Dude, this fucking
And there's
scene.
the sexy outfit try-on cosplay scene. Was Warner Brothers... all right, so I was a little confused. Because I was like, is Warner Brothers affiliated with this? Because she wears the legit Harley Quinn costume.
Yeah.
Like, is it legit or is it just like a
Yeah,
knockoff?
actually, no.
The only thing that was different was the hair.
Because it does say Joker on the back of
Yeah.
the jacket.
Oh, wait, no, because Edward Scissorhands is Fox. Never mind. So they're just doing characters from other movies. So she does Harley Quinn, does the makeup for Harley Quinn, and then he's like, try the other one. So she goes back in and does her makeup all over again
Must have been there.
and does the worst Edward Scissorhands
Yeah.
impression I've ever seen. She's doing the robot. I'm like,
It's so bad.
I don't think she's actually watched the movie. I think she
Yeah.
just looked at the cover where he's like this.
No, she's not a fan of these things in the movie.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, why are they together? Like, yeah, you could opposites attract, but she
Oh,
really
yeah, and she's
despises
super mean
this.
to him, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
She's
like,
making
I'm
fun of
not wearing
everything.
any costume, and then she does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love what she settles on, I'm sure. But
Yeah,
still,
she does Freddy Krueger also, but then she settles
Oh, yeah.
on Jennifer from Jennifer's Body.
Yes. But these conventions, they're not all about cosplay, and there's such an emphasis on it.
Yeah,
in
okay,
this
that
movie.
bothered me. Again, it's not even a convention. He says it's like
Yeah.
Coachella.
And he
For
doesn't
horror.
even, like,
Stop.
dress up.
He wears the
either.
horror hound shirt.
Yeah, that
But
was
you're
printed
right.
that day.
You're
for
right.
sure.
You know, we go to conventions and there's a bunch of people. Maybe not the one we went to, but usually there's a bunch of people and like there are people in cosplay. Then there's just people wearing regular outfits.
Yes.
In this, everyone's in a costume.
Yeah.
And it's annoying because it's either like a name brand, very recognizable character.
Right.
Or some shit they slap together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they're like, wow, it's so crowded. There's literally like a handful of people.
Yeah, it's not that it looks like the Shady Brook Farm
Yes, yeah.
or the one near me that's actually closer to me. You know, either one I'm going to take Joey on to go to that cornfield.
I want to come.
Yeah, of course. We'll make a day out of it. Joey will be my date. We'll go to the
Yeah, okay.
cornfield.
I can handle this.
We'll wear our matching shirts.
Yeah, dude, that's a great idea. Can we please do that? Totally down.
You should make one with you. We'll just wear each other's shirts.
Can we talk about the line that we talked about?
Okay,
What?
yes.
This is bad.
She screwed, either the writer screwed up or she screwed up, but it went all the way through to the post-production and it made it into the release.
Yeah.
So yes, what does she say to him?
She says, I like something like, I hope I filled your femboy fantasies.
Which doesn't make, Joey C is a femboy expert, by the way.
Okay.
Doesn't really make sense
True.
because the, Joey C, what is a femboy?
You know,
Can
Yeah,
so
explain a little
a
bit.
I'm
femboy,
surprised you
I
can
do
wear that.
remember that line. and then they start making it.
a femboy is a man who dresses up in, feminine clothes.
Uh-huh.
You know, and she says, "I hope I fulfilled your femboy fantasies." This guy just laid on the couch
Yeah.
and didn't dress up anyhow. What I think the script said or should have said, or she just fucked up, was, "I hope I filled your femdom fantasies."
Feminine domination.
Yes.
Oh, I thought like fanboy.
Or
that,
maybe that.
Or that.
Somehow it turned into femboy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, he's not a femboy, and I know, I subscribe to the official Joey C, so I know what it is, and I'm
Thank
just
you.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's
That's
not
not.
it.
I had to rewind it, and then
Yeah.
like 20 minutes later, you texted me, and I was like, I wasn't crazy. That was the that was the wrong line.
Now that I've satisfied your fanboy fantasies, what are you gonna wear?
I'm
Man.
into financial domination.
Ah, yes, I do like some
I don't like to be
findom.
dominated. I dominate. Hey, you pay pigs.
Yes, that's right. Patreon.com/hack the
You
movies.
dirty
Nice.
pay pigs. Give me your money.
Stop it.
Patreon.com.
It's very accurate. That's what they're called. Pay pigs.
That it really is.
I'm just like, how have we not made a movie? How did this get me?
Well, but let's try some
But
of that
at
financial
this-
domination. Hey, pay pigs. Patreon.
Yeah. But at this point, we do find out that it is confirmed that she is pregnant.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And she's having visions of the creeper and the ceremony which never really happened.
Never
in the real
happened.
world.
What?
Well, it just didn't get that far, I guess.
Oh yeah, you're right. That doesn't even happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
I mean, it's alluded to definitely, but
yeah. So the creeper is reborn, thus the title.
yep.
And he made it to the horror convention. They win a contest to go to the creeper's mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing about, well, at least the first,
Well, it's like an escape room sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I haven't
not.
seen. I haven't seen the escape room movies, like the official one. There's a
Yeah,
bunch of
I-
movies
I
called
haven't
escape
seen
room, but
them,
there's
yeah.
like newer movies. I heard they're good. The thing that was cool about the first two movies was kind of like the whole road aspect of it and that setting.
Yeah.
And now they're like, we're going to put you in a spooky haunted house. I'm like, that doesn't really feel like Creeper to me, to be honest. I kind of like the whole highway feel of those previous movies.
Right.
Yeah, so they have to go to this. Is it even yeah, I guess it was almost being filmed. It was going to be a reality show. And I'm like,
Yeah.
cool. You know what? The movie almost won me here.
Dude,
I was like, yes, Halloween Resurrection. I'm in. Let the dangertainment begin, baby.
Trick or treat.
It's so
Trick or
good 'cause
treat,
the-
motherfucker. And then that plot line dies real quick.
Yeah.
The cameras get destroyed. I'm like, oh.
dude, the camera that's like $100 camera.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
not a very
bad.
good camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like this this marriage proposal.
Oh, this is
where you
nice
get
on a very real cemetery.
Okay. Again, I knew the directors had some experience with digital backgrounds. The digital backgrounds in this are overboard.
And that's not fair. Lane,
No, really, I love her. She's deep. I get it.
Dude, it's like they couldn't even film it. If it was in grass, they'd be like, oh, green screen.
Literally,
It's baffling.
it was like Tommy Wiseau. Why is
Yes.
that? What's
Yeah.
his name?
Tommy
Like,
Wiseau.
why can't we just
Wiseau,
film
yeah.
in an alley? No, we need to film in a green screen. Because
No,
even
no,
in
no,
the
the-
psychic place, it's,
The alley they built a set. It was the rooftop.
The rooftop
And they're
of
like,
the
I think
city.
people were like, there are rooftops. No, we green screen it. Like, well, we could just okay.
yes,
Yes.
It was exactly that. Because even in the psychic shop, it's a green
It's
screen.
a green screen. It's insane.
God, yeah.
Why?
I don't know, but I think it was made in the Unreal Engine. It looked like video game, like someone
It
could
did.
design
It did.
something in the video.
Yeah.
The best thing I could say about it is that the backgrounds are tracking with the camera.
Yes.
The backgrounds move organically with the way the camera does. They don't look real at all. Everyone looks fake. I'm like, this is.
Yeah.
I texted you and I went, holy shit, these are noticeable. These are, I take everything back I said about the Too Many Stars and Jeepers Creepers
Yeah.
2. I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, so he scoops up and kidnaps the girl. They
Right
run,
before.
Right as he's proposing.
right as he's
Yeah.
proposing.
Which sucks.
And they run all the way to the mansion. It's like the beginning of the first Resident Evil game.
That's right.
Only looks faker somehow. Somehow it looks faker than a PS1 graphic. And then, I don't know, the movie, honestly, to sum up the rest of the movie, it's just the creeper hunting them in the house.
Yeah.
Literally just in different rooms of the house. And
Yes.
then the creeper takes the girl. I can't even remember her name, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
She's pregnant. Obviously, she gets laid down on like a sacrificial table,
Which is also CGI.
yes, which
They
is a
couldn't
CGI
get like a
table.
styrofoam rock table to.
Yeah.
Bad. And he begins to cut her stomach very dramatically slow to presumably get the womb to
Yeah.
get life or something. And then she like crawls through a hole.
Yeah.
And then she falls through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like she's in the ground and then falls through the ceiling.
Those
of
are
the-
all things you could do with a baby. Get stabbed, crawl, fall through the ceiling.
It's just God, the creeper looks so bad.
He's not intimidating at all.
He's
He
not
looks like one of the cosplayers that are there.
Yes, which I guess works a little bit if they're like, "Hey, nice costume, buddy," but I don't even feel like we
and
get
the way,
a lot of that.
sorry, we're already past this, but
Look.
the way he gets to the Horror Hound Festival,
Oh, he like
like they're doing a countdown, and like every
crashes.
single second is paused by him driving, and it's so.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
just
You
get
freaking-
to number one.
kamikazes into the power station and wipes out the power for everything.
And they're like, "What's wrong with the music? Don't worry, I have the record.
Vinyl.
Yeah, I have vinyl."
He doesn't even, I don't even think he says like we ran out of power, we ran out of Wi-Fi is what he
Yes.
says,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
Which
And
is
then
so silly. This
they
is so
didn't-
Gen Z, it's insane.
they didn't want to license the song,
Oh, you're right, they didn't license the song.
so I don't know what the fuck this song is. I don't know if it's a
Oh,
real song
yeah.
or one they made for the movie, but now it's Jeepers, you're looking at me with those peepers.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
what is
bad.
this song?
Jeepers, baby. Yeah, those hungry eyes.
Yeah.
They couldn't even get the fucking song, man.
It's, I think the only thing I like is when he walks into the room and he spears the guy against the wall.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
What does he want? So they added this whole thing where like people are offering them as sacrifices. There's now
Right.
a cult for the creeper, and they offer
Yeah,
sacrifices.
and it was the psychic woman
yes.
because they set it up that this couple was going to win this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What does the creeper want with the baby?
The life force
I don't know.
of the womb.
Doesn't he just get that from eating people's bodies already?
You know,
You would
he eats an arm to replace his arm that
Yeah.
gets ripped off.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
thought that was
assuming,
cool.
Yeah, that
like,
was
He
cool.
put it right on.
yeah, like, does eating the womb like extend the 20? Fucking, like,
Yeah.
28 days?
Yeah, when does this take place, by the way? Is it
Or
23
23 days,
years
I mean.
after?
No, well,
that's what I assume.
it
but-
probably is, but keep in mind those movies are movies
Movies
in that
universe,
so the
yeah.
timeline could be different. You forgot? You forgot?
So wait, but this could be 2023 because the first one is.
It could be. It
is
could be.
2000 pretty much.
It could be.
So yeah.
Which
Okay.
I would have rather just see elderly Ray Wise fight the creeper.
Oh my
again.
gosh. 100%.
That would have been sick.
Yeah.
Or the Gina or
And
Trisha come
Gina,
back.
yeah.
Oh my god. Or
yeah.
the real psychic, just have her in it.
Yeah. But isn't it so much better to see a man in a rubber monster mask creeping around a spooky haunted house?
He's not scary.
It's so
Except for when they go
bad.
outside and it's a CGI. It looks like an old Windows
Dude, we didn't even
95.
talk about the worst effect.
What's the worst effect for
When
you?
that thing falls from the ceiling or from the roof of the
Yes.
mansion. It is so.
Can we,
Oh my
can we
god!
talk about their plan to kill the creeper?
Oh.
She's like, I'm gonna go outside and lure him out with my baby. And then I'm gonna stab him in the eyes. Didn't enjoy that.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
And then just hopefully
This
he
thing lands.
wanders into position and just hopefully you can get this harpoon attached to like a
Yes.
weather vane.
The only thing that comes back.
Yeah. And then hopefully it falls and lands in the direction. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of coincidences for this plan to work out.
Yeah.
That harpoon effect is the worst effect
is
I've ever seen
Abysmal.
in a movie.
And then crows eat the creeper
Yep.
and then fly away. And
Do
speaking
you
of
remember? You got to talk about
which part?
when the cops come.
The part after this?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, no.
Sorry.
The cops show up, and again, the effects look like a college kid in 2011 did them.
Like they just had a siren light.
The worst
basically.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but like
bad.
the cars don't look real. The cops
No.
are clearly not there. The sun's coming. I'm like, why does this look so bad? You can make a really cheap monster movie and not
Yeah.
have it look this fake. It's
Yep.
and it's not an artistic choice because there's too much real on location stuff and set stuff. It's just I feel like the guy like maybe owned the software and was like, I
Yeah.
can just do this all on my
Yeah.
computer.
Is it really that much cheaper to film something in front of a green screen than it is? Like, you're already out filming the festival shit. Like, just set up a headstone and film it in a
And
pretend
it looks
it's a
like they built
graveyard.
a tiny cemetery set, and then that's it. It didn't need to look like a ridiculous cemetery. It could have just been a tiny cemetery.
Dude, like I said, the guy could be like in a Walmart and they'd green screen it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
And then the ending, I think the crows throw up the creeper and he rebuilds himself.
But before that,
And then the girl's eyes turn black. So is she evil?
Did she get possessed from the
Third
unfinished
movie?
ritual?
Does
or is
she-
it like in the third movie when their eyes? I don't know.
Maybe does she have a baby creeper now? Did
yeah.
he turn his
a
creeper?
baby creeper.
Maybe she has a baby creeper.
Yeah.
And then I forgot there were 2 crow eating scenes. So say the
Oh,
ending
yeah.
again.
Yeah, they throw up the
Yeah.
creeper at the end.
What?
And now he's pink.
And he looks
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
don't like seeing. I'm sorry. I don't like seeing the creeper pink. I don't like
Pink
seeing
creeper.
monsters with flesh colors. I'm like, that looks soft. Don't like it.
The very first time I watched this, the review I wrote after it was that, like, are we purposely trying to, excuse my language, shit on this franchise? Like, are we? Because it was
certainly
that
seems that way.
bad.
That it's bad enough. It got Casey to curse
I'm
on
sorry,
camera.
I cursed twice during this.
Oh
I
my
really
God.
want to take it back.
That's okay. No, we're leaving that in.
No.
No, because we played that
Can you
clip of
bleep
you. We play that clip of you cursing, reading those stories, and people really like that.
Oh, yeah.